यो भूतं च भव्यं च सर्वं यश्चाधितिष्ठति स्वर्यस्य च केवलं तस्मै ज्येष्ठाय ब्रह्मणे नमः। संसारेऽस्मिन् विलसतु पुनर्भव्यवेदांशुमाली संस्काराणां भवतु महतां पावनानां प्रचारः लोकस्वान्ते सकलसुखदा स्यन्दतां स्नेहधारा दिव्यानन्दे मनुजहृदयं दिव्यानन्दे मनुजहृदयं लीयतां ब्रह्मणीदं दिव्यानन्दे मनुजहृदयं लीयतां ब्रह्मणीदम्। पूज्य सन्यासीगण, पूज्य माताओं, सभा के सभी मान्य वरिष्ठ अधिकारी लोग, समस्त आर्य विद्वान विदुषी लोग, आप बड़े लोग, पिता लोग, माता लोग, प्रचारक लोग, and the moderators here this morning, who apparently were the moderators when I was in New York the last time. I remember you, Auntie. I didn't remember, but you said you were there also. So that's a nice coincidence. The topic, you heard what the topic is about. What's the connection between Vedic and Laukik Sanskrit? What I'll share with you this morning are some examples, but at the outset, I want to share some facts with you. It's a fact. Without a teacher, you cannot learn. Nobody disputes this, right? Teacher is from the environment. And you, the individual, what is also important, that you can learn if you have a healthy body, if all your senses are healthy, and if your brain is healthy. This is also a fact. When you have these two things come together, we call this the interaction model, and this is what allows learning and growth to occur. Very important. If you have a teacher, this is the naimittic Jan, however, there are deficiencies in the personality. If there are sensory deficiencies, learning is going to be a challenge. If there are intellectual deficiencies, neurological deficiencies, learning is going to be a challenge. There are some children I have seen, I teach them, who only learn by eye gaze. I mean, when I saw these kids, I was blown away. Young children who are in a wheelchair all day long, no part of their body moves, just eye gaze. And what really astonished me was, they are able to recognize you after some time. They can't communicate. They hear, they understand, they process some information, but again, they are going to be limited. That's how their life is, in a wheelchair, for their entire life, as long as they live. This just blew my mind away, and it made me think of वातावरण से हमें क्या मिलता है और स्वस्थ शरीर जो परमात्मा हमको देते हैं, स्वस्थ इंद्रिय, स्वस्थ बुद्धि, Healthy senses, external and internal, very important for learning. These are facts. Nobody's going to dispute these. And so that's why Maharishi Dayanand says that today, if you put a child in a forest, I mean, he wrote this when he wrote Rigveda Bhashamika 100 plus years ago. But this is the fact as well. If you put a child in the forest and you provide nutrition for that child, safety for that child, but there is no interaction with the environment, there is no socialization for that child will not learn. Naimittik Jnana. Let's expand this idea. And that's why this is the basis. This is the basis of why Maharishi says, and why Maharishi Patanjali says in Yoga Darshan that without a teacher, no learning can occur. And who is the Adi teacher? Sarvesham Saesha Guru Purvesham api Kalena Vachira. Right? Ishwar. Ishwar is the Adi Guru. Without Ishwar, there is no learning. Right? Again, if you go back in time, like I like to explain to kids, you know, your parents learn from their parents, and you go back in time as much as you can. There comes a point in time where there is no humans, just the rishis or a few people at creation, and there's Ishwar. So this is a fact, right? That Naimittik Jnana is very, very important. Swabhavik Jnana is limited. There's only so much you can learn by yourself. And so this is really, really important to understand in the context of what I'll say here today. This is Vedic Jnana. What else? And so that's why in Yajurveda, there's this beautiful line. Sa prathama sanskritir vishwavara. Vedic Sanskriti is the first Sanskriti, Vishwavara, that should be accepted by everyone. Now, हम जबरदस्ती से किसी को मतलब ये थोड़ी मतलब स्वीकार करा सकते, but we have to inspire. That's our goal. Our goal is to inspire. Our goal is to present this to everybody, not only in words, by our personality, by our demeanor, vyavharik. And this is very, very important. There is a verse in Atharva. It says, Sanatanam enamahuru tadyasyat punarnavaha ahoratre prajayete anyo anyasya rupayoho. Vedic Jnana is Sanatan Jnana. Why it's Sanatan Jnana? Because it has the ability to punarnavaha, to constantly grow with times, to constantly adapt. Punarnavaha. Naya utpan hota rehta hai. And the analogy in the mantra there, ahoratre prajayate. Just as after day comes night and then night comes day, this is a continuous process as day and night expands in time. Likewise, Ved mantras are punarnavaha. Ved mantras has the ability to adapt to times. And who is able to see how the mantras can adapt to time? Only the rishis. Only the rishis. And that's why Maharishi Dayanand changed the course of life for everybody in India and across the world. And that's why Maharishi Dayanand was the first one who said, we have to tell our story. What is the Vedic story? Right? If you allow others to tell you the Vedic story, you know what you will get. You know what you will get with people from foreign countries. Again, this is from Swami Dayanand's perspective, whose agenda is totally different. They're going to tell you your story in ways that are not healthy for you. That is not healthy for anybody. And so Maharishi Dayanand told the Vedic story. Again, because if you don't tell your story, somebody else is going to tell it for you. And the way they're going to tell it, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. And so we have to keep on telling the Vedic story. We have to keep on telling the Vedic story. And so let's come to the example I have here. I have a few examples, and whatever time allows me, I'll share some of these examples with you. The first example I have here, Laukik and Vedic Shabd. In Mahabhashya, in the very first chapter, on the very first sutra, Atha Shabdanushasana, Maharishi Patanjali asks the question, Kesham Shabdanam? And he gives the answer, Laukikanam Vedikanam cha. And then he gives some examples here. The example of Vedic Shabd are Ved mantras. The example of Laukik Shabds are words that are used in Sanskrit literature that's not Vedic. Words that are used in Lok Bhasha. Back then, words that were used that people spoke in every day when Sanskrit was the language of the times. It's not the language of the times, and that's the challenge for people who haven't studied Sanskrit to understand and appreciate this. And so my task here is to let you understand this and have an appreciation of Vedic words and how they're used in Lok. And so here we have this word Ashman. Ashman. Ashman means a rock. Ashman means a stone. And so in this beautiful mantra from Atharva Ved, it says here, Ashmanvati riyate samrabadhvam uttishchata pratarata sakhaya. Ashmanvati basically means a river that has big boulders. Maharishi Dayanand also gives this example where Ashman is this world that has Ashman. Ashman there is a metaphor for impediments. Just as if you have a very big river that has big boulders, बड़े-बड़े पत्थर है, उसमें पार करना मुश्किल होता है. And so you have to learn to navigate your way. And so that's the beautiful analogy. Think about it. We all experience impediments, challenges in our life. And challenges are important for growth. Without challenges, you would not grow. Yes, there shouldn't be so much challenge that it dampens your spirit. That's not good. But some challenge is important, right? If you're not challenged, you wouldn't learn, you wouldn't grow. And so impediments. When we face impediments in life, the Ved mantra says, Uttishtata pratarata sakhaya, arise and overcome all the impediments. And atra shivaha, while you face these impediments, don't give up your values. Yesterday we spoke the whole day on Vedic values. And what's the values? Atra shivaha, atra jahita shivaha, whatever is ashivaha, whatever is non-beneficial, whatever harms us, we give it up. We don't succumb to the impediments. You have challenges in life, you don't leave the good path. You don't leave the good path and you go and you get now what is the ashiva, what is not beneficial. And then Shivan, Syonan, Utarema, Vivajan. And the mantra inspires us. May we always Utarema, may we always aspire, ascend towards what is Shiva, what is positive. Shivu Kalyani, connect this to Ved mantras we chant, evening mantras. Shiva Sankalp. Shiva Sankalp, to always find that Shiva Sankalp in you, that ray of life when times are dark. When times are dark, when challenges are so much that you have no idea what to do, even in those times, you don't leave the Shiva path. This is this mantra. This mantra is used in Jat Karma Sanskar. I really want you to think about this here this morning. A child, a baby's fresh baby, freshly born in this world, has just come in this world. In the Jat Karma Sanskar, we tell the child, Ashma Bhava. Think about it. Think about it. The child can't speak, the child hears. We tell the child, Ashma Bhava. Make your body strong like a rock. And so that's why I want to share something here with you all this morning. What is sanskar, as Swamiji beautifully said yesterday? Sanskar is not something we do one time and we forget about it. Sanskar is a process. Is the process how we train our mind, is the process how we train our body, and Ashma Bhava is linked to Brahmacharya ashram, as Priya was saying yesterday. This is the process. Vedic life is a process. Vedic sciences is a continuous process. Ashma Bhava, we tell each other Ashma Bhava. In Vivaha Sanskar, there's a beautiful mantra, there's a beautiful ritual. There's a beautiful ritual where the mother of the bride tells her, Arohemam Ashmanam Ashmeva Tvam Sthira Bhava. Here in Jatkam Sanskars, Ashma is used as a metaphor. Here it's a simile. Again, you can see figures of language used in Vedas. And so what I want y'all out there to think, oh, we got all this from English. No, it's here in Vedas. It's here in Vedas. This is what I do. I study words. Linguistics, right? Yesterday, Acharya Bhargava was talking of the hard sciences. What I want to tell y'all here, and we should focus in as much as we focus on the hard sciences, there are soft sciences in the Vedas. This is soft science, linguistics, words. Words have implications. Words have meaning. Words. From words, you have knowledge. You have different bodies of knowledge. It can be hard sciences, soft sciences, but they all start from words because words give you ideas. So that's one word. Here's the next word. Lakshmi is the next word. Lakshmi. If I ask you, what's Lakshmi? You'll tell me Lakshmi is wealth. If I ask someone who is of a Puranic orientation, they would say Lakshmi is Lakshmi Mas. Right? That piece of artwork. It's beautiful. Again, it just shows you how words, Vedic words are vyapak. Right? Like that word Ashman. Ashman is used in many contexts. Vedic words are multi-leveled, multi-layered. Again, they have this ability, punarnavaha, to adapt to times. And again, the Rishi does this. And so Ashman, the way we use word, Laukik Sanskrit, what happens in Laukik Sanskrit is the words becomes limited. So for example, generally people would say Lakshmi means wealth. Lakshmi means more than wealth. Yes, it does mean wealth. Acharya gives 7 ways how Lakshmi means wealth in Nirukt. However, and again, this is the Vyapakta of Vedic language. Lakshmi, there is a beautiful sukt on Vidya. Saktumiva titauna punanto yatra dhiraha manasa vachamakrata. Atra sakhaya sakhyani janate bhadrasham lakshmir nihita divachi. When I read this mantra, and then I started checking the meaning of the word, I said, whoa, this is amazing. This is just amazing. Lakshmi is speech. Lakshmi is speech when manasa vacha makrata, when we use our mind. When we use our mind to filter our thoughts. And we use our intellect to use measured language, mitabhashi bhava, and next soft science. Vedic words, science of linguistics. That's why we call Paramatma what? Vachaspati. Paramatma is the divine linguist. As we say, Vastupati, the divine architect. Ishwar is the divine architect. Paramatma is Vachaspati, the divine linguist. Linguistics comes from the Vedas. Communication. So this is one mode of communication. Again, this is just one directional communication. This is not really good communication, right? Just one directional. Communication should be bi-directional. If you look at all our text, it's dialogic. Dialogue. But communication is more than that. How? Somebody who can't communicate. I teach kids who are nonverbal. And what is amazing is the kids know you. They understand what you say, what you mean. It just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. And it just teaches me more about communication. See, in Yoga Darshan, this concept of ahimsa, where the Rishi talks of ahimsa at different levels. It's physical, it's mental, it's verbal. Again, this is all communication. The level that is mental is the level of how, where we communicate with our persona, where our language, our body language is not aggressive. And so this whole notion here in this mantra of Lakshmi, communication, how we use our words. And when we use our words that are measured, that are appropriate. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't get, aggressive, assertive sometimes. But again, it's how you do it. It's the context in which you do it. And the results can be powerful if you know how to do it. Let me give you an example. It's a personal example. Earlier this year, where I teach, I had a problem with the person who was overseeing the entire thing. And the person's behavior towards me was very negative, verbally. And I made note of it. I'm a very tolerant person. But those of you who know me very well, when my tolerance level hits a peak, I'll defend myself. I don't think there's anybody who's going to defend themselves like me. I'm becoming very tough. And so one day, through email, I communicated with my principal, I'm not going to be doing something. He's a very smart man. So he responded. I didn't respond on the email. He texted me, and I responded to his text. And he said, can I talk to you 2 minutes before class starts? So we went in. 2 minutes became 45 minutes. 2 minutes became 45 minutes. And, as they say in English, I spilled my guts. I left nothing unturned. And that changed how in our school has different locations. And this happened at the next location. It changed what transpired at that location. They changed that person. And again, after that 45 minutes, he didn't ask me anything about that incident. I never mentioned anything. That was that. Nothing personal. But again, you have to defend your rights. But again, it comes back to this science of linguistics. How do we use words? You can be assertive. You can be, you can let somebody know how you feel. But again, it's how it's done. This is Vedic science. Lakshmi.
It's 10 o'clock.
Lakshmi also means, Swami Dayananda writes, Paramatma. And here Swamiji says in Satyar Prakash, so Lakshmi, wealth, again, Laukik Sanskrit. Udyoginam Purusha Singham Upaiti Lakshmi. Lakshmi sama vishatu vayateshtam. Again, wealth, very limited meaning. Vedic Sanskrit, broad. Speech. And here he says it means Paramatma. And is what he says. Lakshyati pashyati ankate. That Paramatma is called Lakshmi, Lakshyati. He perceives everything in this universe. Or ankate, he makes everything visible for everybody. For example, the eye see because of the sun. And then he says here, Yogi bir aptair sarva priya. Lakshmi is the most endearing thing to the devotees, to the yogis. Lakshmi Swarup Paramatma. Just as we love wealth, likewise the yogis love Paramatma, Lakshmi, very Vyapak. And so this is the difference between Vedic and Laukik Sanskrit. Vedic Sanskrit is very Vyapak, and this Vyapakta allows us to broaden our horizons, to again, to see things in a broad, in different perspectives, whereas Laukik Sanskrit is Simit. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.